Hafele presents the Good Homes show powered by Vector Projects. The maiden season will witness 10 whole new makeovers of very rural residential spaces, spread that were looking for a style overhaul. In collaboration with industry experts and along with the team Good Homes, editor Ronita Italia Dhanu redesigns and releans these spaces to meet their owners, evolving new styles and lifestyles. The Good Homes show is solution-based makeover, series that will enlighten, educate homeowners on how to plan spaces and make them look good and fabulous without really changing the structure or the format of their respective homes. From planning to shopping, coordinating, and styling spaces, the show covers every single aspect of turning a house into a beautiful home for your family. Putting her heart back into the home is what she does the best. A prolific writer and a journalist with a staggering 18-year experience, Ronita Italia Dhanu currently holds the prestigious title of editor for two of our country's leading and most respected architecture and decor magazine, Good Homes India and Home and Design Trends. Good Homes reaches to the women of today, seeking to experience the best of decor trends and ideas, and endeavors under Ronita's creative guidance to come up with exciting and engaging content every month. Home and Design Trends speaks for the professional architect community, involving engaging them directly with the content generation process. That's not all. Ronita was awarded the Women of the Year in 2012 by Hafele International on the occasion of Women's Day. Please put your hands together to welcome the gorgeous, the stylish Ronita Italia Dhanu, Chief Community Officer and Editor, Good Homes Magazine India. How does it feel to be here?
Guys, I'm a little nervous, so bear with me. It's my first press con. It's going to take me some time, but it feels great. It's amazing to be here. Of course, this would not have been possible without Hafele and their constant support. I mean, so I'm not gonna go on because at some point I will break into tears, and my team knows it's an eventuality. But Swami and Team Hafele, thank you very, very much. Jürgen, please come up here and support us like you always do.
Thank you so much, Ronita. Yeah, so very exciting day today because it's been coming quite a long time. You know, we've been meeting sort of middle of last year, or was it early last year? But it's a long time, and we were really looking forward to finally seeing this coming to fruition and for everybody to be able to see it on television. So that's going to happen in a matter of days now. So really great, and we're really, really proud to be associated with this program and been able to support you as we have.
Okay, so I'd also like to invite onto the stage three very, very special people. One of them, Ashwini. She's also a dear friend today, and one of the finest filmmakers our country has today. So that's Ashwini. Richa Behl, she's been one of our experts. She's been one of our experts on the show. Of course, valuable, great, creative inputs, an amazing designer. I've seen some of her work and wow. And finally, Namrata. Again, very, 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 very special and close to my heart. We're now friends, but she's also been one of the experts on the show. She specializes in childhood enhancement projects, and again, some of the most wonderful work I've seen this side of, the equator. So, you know, I mean, and I'd like to ask all three women here today, Jürgen, I'll spare you that thought. But when we started working on the show, one of the primary thoughts in our head was, you know, how do you extend your own personal style into your spaces? I think that's one of the most important things that makes you feel at home where you live, you know? So I think that's something that, again, all three of you, I mean, I know you've done that in your own spaces. You've helped me, I mean, two of you have helped us do that for our, for two of our homeowners during season 1. So I'm gonna throw that open to you guys.
I think, no, first of all, I would like to say a big, big, big congratulations to Ronita and the entire Good Homes team. I know I've been working with you guys off and on, and it's really been, and I mean it, it's been a pleasure to work with the team who is so involved, and it's not just another design story, you know. I see the amount of people input you guys put in, and it pays off, because end of the day, when I also create a space for someone, it's you know, it's something which becomes very close, whoever, no matter who it is. So it's really, I really congratulate all of you and really wish a lot of luck. And as far as Hafele goes, full endorsement, great products. I stand by you, we use you. So, so I mean, and that's endorsement enough. Coming back to homes, again, home is such a special thing to do for someone. You know, when you create a space for someone, and the appreciation you get, and the satisfaction of someone saying, I don't feel like leaving my home. They go for a holiday abroad, they still want to come back home. The little bit of touches which you add for them, it's just such a pleasure to create a home for someone. And also, home is something which is so close to anyone. You can, you know, it's a conversation you can pick up with anyone at a party also. You can discuss about a chair, you can discuss about a brand, you could discuss landscaping. So it's something which everyone knows about, yet does not know the technical bit or whatever. But it's something, I guess, I mean, all of you would agree, right? I mean, Ashwini, again, I know is someone, we follow each other on Instagram, and the minute we put like a little thing which is related to homes, and suddenly the conversation starts, and we start chatting about all these little things. Where did you get that from? How was that fabric made? Where was that plant from? You know, like, even I want to do an organic garden. It could just vary. So I think it's so widespread. It's something so personal, yet it's something which is very open to all. I mean, you guys are welcome to pitch in.
Okay, I'll go, if that's okay. So, of course, your home, your space is an extension of your personality. So, and your home is just like, well, it's like a canvas. It's your canvas, and you can create what you want of it. And it speaks volumes about you. So that is your expression, and that is what your home, a home means to me. And I feel that's what it means to people, and that's how I view it.
Very, very proud because this is something which I have seen as a journey for Ronita and her team. And thank you so much for supporting Good Homes. That means a lot, I think, for all of us who belong to a community who wants to live and breathe good design. Having said that, I do feel that Good Homes as a magazine caters to the India of today, to the people and to the people who work and are looking for a future to have their own homes. And the youngsters of today do want homes which reflect their personality. At the same time, they want it to be world class. And when I say world class, I don't mean that it has to have all the fancy things like you would have in a hotel, but they want substance which reflects their personality, at the same time has a heart. So it is something where we are fearless and we are going into innovation. So Good Homes, this show does reflect a whole lot of sentiments which is right now of home buyers and people even who want to have a home in the future. So it is always there, especially I think in our country, everyone wants a home first. It doesn't matter, the home is the most important thing. So it doesn't matter small, big, but that's their home. And therefore, when a house becomes a home, that's Good Homes. And it goes seasons and seasons, and we keep reflecting the nature of our homemakers.
So I'm not a woman technically, so but apparently I'm allowed to say something anyway. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the program and how that's different from a magazine, and how that's, you know, sort of helping you to realize your dreams that you have about interiors. I think a lot of us know exactly what they want, and maybe not what they want, but they know what they like and they know what they don't like. But they don't know exactly how to get there from that one side to the other side, and how to fill that then with all the wonderful things that then finally make up your home. So a magazine can of course help you an awful lot, because you can go through the pages and you get inspirations. But really, when you see that in a program on television, how it evolves is a completely different thing. So it's a much more involving experience. How you choose that sofa, how do you choose that wallpaper, how you choose that curtain, how you choose the accessories, and where do you find them? That's another big challenge in a lot of the markets. And so I think it's a wonderful expression of what you can do with the home. And then when you finally look at this wow thing at the end of the program that you have created, or that has been created for you, I think it's been well worth it. Even me as a viewer of the program, I get very excited throughout it, and then at the end I said, wow, now I want to do that as well. Even though my house should technically be ready, but I want to start redecorating, because I got so many new ideas. And I think that's what a program like Good Homes on television does to you. It sort of involves and engages you much more than even the magazine, which of course is fantastic, but it goes beyond that. And finally, then in our own interest as well, coming to a design center here, like the Hafele Design Center, where you can actually then not just watch it on television, but you can feel and touch and experience the interior solutions as well. It's sort of go in the last final step that you can really do to experience what is going to happen in your house and make choices. So it's becoming very interactive. So fantastic! I'm really excited. I saw the first show already.
Just cue them for
let's
see the preview.
Yes. Are we ready? Okay.
The path to a dream home is not an easy one, but the day finally arrives when you are at the doorstep of your dream.
And I've got this really beautiful new property in South Bombay.
There's nothing there. You're here to help me out with my outdoor space.
And that is when I walk into your life, to help you complete your masterpiece. But before knowing the space,
Wow.
you need to know the person.
What is it that you want to come home to?
Not to white walls.
A little bit of glitter, a little bit of glamour.
Clearly, you need help. I surrender my space to you now.
That's when I take matters into my own hands.
1 minute. I love this.
The work begins, and we're ready to rock and roll.
This space comes to me with multiple challenges. वो हिल तो नहीं जाएगा ना उधर से, वो ऊपर से संभल गया. Fix this. Buddy.
Racing against time to deliver perfection.
Girls, are we done? Are we done? Are we done?
Yeah, fine.
Let's go. All good. One final look.
But in the end, it's their reactions.
Wow.
What have you done?
That makes it all worthwhile.
Oh my god. Are we at the same age? This?
This is home, and this is great.
Isn't that exciting? Yeah. Okay, I've got a couple of questions for you and Mr. Wolf as well.
Ladies first.
Your personal favorite makeover?
Okay, so honestly, I've been too closely involved to be objective about this. I've had favorite bits and pieces, but one of my most challenging projects, and the team will vouch for it, was the bedroom that we did, which was a Victorian style. And when we started working on the bedroom, every time I would step into the room, I used to get this eerie feeling, and I just could not open my mouth. It was one of those situations where someone like me was speechless. And every time I would step into that room, I couldn't talk, and it's happening to me again. I would go blank. I would go speechless. I used to keep feeling that somebody's going to, walk out from behind the curtain. It was extremely freaky. I mean, I was in tears while shooting that episode. It's not normal, but I think by the time we finally got done with the space, we were all so happy with it that it felt like it was out of the country. It didn't feel like it belonged here. And so yeah, I think that was one of my most memorable experiences. I mean, the team has got fired. We've had our worst fights. I've been the most unwell ever in my life during that episode. So yeah, that would.
Okay, one episode that you can recollect.
All of them. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's like it happened yesterday. I remember the first day we started shooting. It was in Mud Island, and we had to rush back to meet a couple of our experts. Richa was one of them. It happened yesterday. I remember all of them, and I want to do it all over again, exactly the same.
Okay, last question. What can we expect going forward from the 10th anniversary?
So yeah, this is a milestone year for us. It's our 10th year running. And as part of an organization that is, really, really keeping up with the changing times, there's going to be a lot of new things that we're going to do as part of the worldwide media strategy, content strategy. Going forward, there's going to be a lot of amazing platform agnostic content that you're going to see. So we're also going to be, which is essentially why television. It's not like we're leaving print behind and moving on, but it's just that we're spreading our wings and including all the various platforms that are a part of our lives today. So that means digital, that means obviously television. We're also expanding and doing a lot of great quality content for social media, because today that is your single most powerful tool going forward. So in fact, very, very exciting bit of news. We've also launched something within the organization called the Content Studio, which is going to help us and handhold us in creating new content for these various platforms. So well, not just the 10th year, worldwide media as an organization is seeing a lot of very, very exciting movement. So, yes.
I think she really deserves a huge round of applause. What say, guys? Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. My one question to you, sir. What is the objective of the association of Hafele with Good Homes TV show? What is it that you're looking forward to?
Well, you see, we are in a very unfortunate category, which is sort of hardware, fittings, and well, it's very important, but really doesn't normally get a lot of attention, because even when you see big features on homes, you see who's done the paint, who's done this, who's done that. You never see the guy who's done the hardware, and actually makes it all work. Absolutely. Oh yeah. And we get the phone calls afterwards as well. So we've been really trying over the last sort of 15 years to try and change that and make fittings into a category that is not only recognized but appreciated by putting it into context with the application that it finally goes into. And I think this is what we're also showing here. And this is also what we're trying to show on the program, of course, to bring that to life and see what you can do with it. Because fittings now go beyond functionality, they go into the aesthetics and enhance, in fact, the dreams of the designers that they have and their concepts that they want to realize. And we see ourselves as collaborators of architects and designers to help them realize their dreams. And this is really where we're going, and much, much more into the lifestyle arena. And that's where we meet, of course, with Good Homes. And we've been working very long together in this magazine and the previous one, not to be mentioned. And it's been a very, very successful cooperation. And I think we have a very healthy mutual appreciation for each other, where our strengths lie and where we can complement each other. And it's always worked very well. When Ronita came to us with the television thing, she literally ran in open doors with me, because I've been saying for years, why don't we have a decent, home remake show? Not just talking about homes, but actually redo a complete flat and renovate or even start from scratch. because these programs have been around for a long, long time in many other countries and create a lot of excitement and a lot of emotional context. And we didn't have that here in India. And so this is really the first show that does that and does it very well. Don't ask me any questions about the episodes because I've only seen one. But I was very, very excited to see that. It was really, really good, the first one. So, yeah, great association. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And when we go into season 2, we just have to talk about the increment, you know, but I have to keep that a little real. Right. Back to you.
Thank you so much for gracing and beautifying this auspicious occasion with your presence. Let's give them another round of applause, please.
I actually have something that I want to ask both Namrata and Richa before we let this open to the press for questions. Namrata first. You worked on a this whole childhood enhancement project. Also it's the segment that you're working in. I'm fascinated. The whole development of the child and spaces for that. Just tell us more about that. Tell me more.
Okay, so we at NVS Kids, NVS Design, we work towards childhood enhancement, and we truly believe that if the childhood is better, then we'll all grow into better human beings, and that's where actually the whole idea and the concept comes from. And with my background in architecture and interior design, it's just something I sort of actually didn't really, when I started off, it was not by design, but it was basically because I had kids. And then I was like, oh my God, this person that I have in my life needs a space that needs to work for that person and not for me, right? So I began to, delve into child psychology and to see what that, so for example, like a dining table is a dining table to you and me, but for a child, the dining table is actually a little house to go under. Have you ever seen a child sitting at the table and eating properly? Maybe for a bit, but otherwise the child wants to go under the table. So that is how a child sees the world and sees spaces and sees furniture, and that is what it does to a child. So I began to see it from the child's point of view simply because I had these little creatures in my life. Very cute they are. And they taught me a lot. They taught me how to be a mother. And I just thought I had to do this. I had to use my expertise to create spaces for them. And then one led to another, and then it just all started rolling. And I was like, okay, so let's just focus on childhood enhancement. And that's how it came about. And that was the birth of Envious Kids. Yeah.
So we benefited from it. So thank you very much for
No, absolutely. And I must share with you that also what's happening now is that there's a lot more awareness towards childhood, right? So we grew up in a time where we were just left, and we grew. We are fine. We've all grown up all right. We're not exactly damaged or shattered or dysfunctional. But there's so much more awareness and there's so much more knowledge. Why not use it? To better childhood, and maybe the world truly. I truly feel like a social entrepreneur sometimes because it's very hard to really make money in the space that I work in. But as long as I can just make a difference to the world, to the generations, this is my cause. So that's all it is.
Which is fab. We love the cause. And there's another very, very important thing that I came across while working on season 1 is the apprehension that Indian homemakers and homeowners feel towards color. Richa.
Somewhere inside that if you don't put color in your walls, the house is not going to be a house anymore. But what I really try, and every time I do a project also, is I try and bring in color through all the little other things which can be added. It could be the accessories you use, the cushions you use, the rugs you put. So it's like a little bit of a learning, teaching process, and also sometimes the space dictates a lot. So the color actually has a, there are no rules to a color. It's sometimes there's enough light coming in, so you don't want to hamper that light with color. There's something really needs to be lightened, and you need to focus, so you add color there. So it's like a mix of a lot of things working together, and you do. But what I love is that as an Indian, we have the advantage of so many colors. We just need to know how to use them well. You know, instead of just making something very bold and like full on, it's how you use it in hints, how do you introduce them in an interesting way. And these things just turn, I mean, even an artifact. Sometimes I go to these really, like I went to Kochi Binale, and I went to these local shops. You know, they had these amazing frames of 3D gods. So you would like, if you would change them, you know, the holograms you would get when you were in school, and they had made these god frames out of them. So funky and so amazing. I bought like 10 of them. And believe me, they got all gifted because everyone just took them from me. They came to my studio and everyone, each friend would be like, can I please have it? So it's just, you can do so much. It's just, yeah, you just need to be guided. And I think your show, I mean, whatever little I saw right now, it looks fantastic. It's need of the hour. A lot of people reach out to me, and sadly, you, even with your work and with your life, and with budgets and so many things, you can't help people. And I think it's a great way to reach out. And for you, I think Hafele, more and more I'm thinking is a great fit, because, you know, more and more I think about it, it's, you know, the house can look beautiful, but if the house doesn't function, I've seen relationships break over washing machine not being put on time. Okay, so these things really do matter, and it's a great effort. I think it's a great brand journey also to take, and it's a good fit, and I'm really looking forward to see it and be a part of it, and wish you guys a lot of luck and good results.
Thank you so much. The session is open for media questions. Do we have any questions coming in while she's still here with us?